Hey, how's it going? This is Waver. I decided I wanted to try kind of like a podcasting type thing where I just talk about whatever the fuck is on my mind. Uh, so to start us off, we're gonna talk about introversion. So I'm like heavily introverted. Like I don't like talking to people. I don't like interacting with people at all. I mean, I try my best to interact with people, whether it be IRL or even online. Like I'm such a weird person in that I don't really like communicating with people, whether it's like on online or in person, and it's something I'm trying to like really break out of because I can't live forever not, interacting with people. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just something it's just been a part of me for like so long. Like, I used to be like the most outgoing person when I was like really, really young. But going into middle school, I want to say, I don't know. It's just been me against the world, kind of. Like I don't like I've grown like super misanthropic, I'd say, and overall just and then like when I got into high school, I just was a big cynic, and I'm still am today. So I don't know. I'm not. I just don't really like people, and I'm not gonna say I don't like, I don't hate everybody. Like, I'm cool with people who, I've gotten to know and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like I hate people entirely. It's just people. I'm not really a big fan of them. So, yeah, that's kind of me being weird and anti people. But with that starting us off, let's talk about random happenings in the VTuber community on Twitter. I tried to stay like super hands off with it, like the whole male VTuber hate thing that's been happening or whatever the fuck. I just was like, wow, how did we go from a victim talking about their experiences with, shitty male VTubers into like other male VTubers circle jerking each other with these interaction baiting posts? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of the overgeneralizations that people were doing. Like people like that one post that was like male VTubers stop. It's like you weren't very specific, because I saw that tweet randomly, like it popped up in my feed. I had no context to anything that was happening because I could give less of a fuck of what's happening on VTuber Twitter. Because if I could be very blunt, you're all so annoying. So I don't pay attention to much of what happens on there because I just don't really care. Nothing I see is entertaining to any degree. So yeah, I see that post and I'm like, what the fuck are you on? And it took way too long to get to the context of what that was even about. And the only like thought I had in the back of my mind was, why did we have to make a sweeping generalization? Like, there was nothing wrong with people who were upset that a bunch of guys were being like swept into this category that had nothing to do with them. And you have these like vitriolic VTubers saying guys have to be accountable for what every other guy does. Bro, there ain't no fucking way I'm gonna be accountable for a fuck ton of people I don't even know. Like, I try to not be a shitty person, but I'm not gonna. If I can't even stop myself from being like an asshole whenever I could ever be an asshole, I'm not gonna stop other people. They're grown ass adults. They can fix themselves. Granted, if someone's being a piece of shit, I'll gladly call them out or whatever, but I'm not gonna be held accountable for like people I don't even fucking know or will never know. So, I don't know. I just hated that shit so much. And I love that so many of these fucking idiot ass VTubers were saying, if you feel offended by this post, then you're clearly guilty. No, we just don't like being generalized. Like, hate to break it to you. If someone were to go on Twitter and say a blanket statement about like female or trans or any other type of VTuber, those people under that category would not be happy with that. Like, are these people adults? Like, sweeping generalizations are not good. Like, I don't know. I feel like they need to learn something. I don't know. Fuck me. But yeah, no. It's just such a dumb thing. It's like we went way past. We went way past the purpose of that post. It was supposed to be about the victims, like, you know, spreading awareness and giving their stories, and we're too busy having like battles between the genders and fucking like male VTubers or other VTubers just jerking each other off, trying to farm engagements because male VTubers are getting hate. Like, talk about being fucking tone deaf. Like, I really hate like whenever like something dumb happens in the VTuber community, there's always going to be that person that uses it to farm engagements. Like, we get it. PNG tubers, like it is just an example. PNG tubers are technically VTubers. Yeah. But I don't need to see the same fucking post about PNG tubers being valid. Like, I don't know. That's just something that gets on my nerves. I mean, look, if it gets you the clout, then fine. Take your clout and enjoy it. But I don't know. It's annoying for me to see. So, whatever. And I guess that kind of ties into the next thing I want to say. Like, I feel pretty distant from the VTuber community. I mean, I'm a nobody, and I'm fine with that. I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, no, I just don't feel like I really belong in this space. Like, how do I put it? I've pretty much been a faceless creator for quite a long time, and I used to use like random like anime characters that I like to like represent as like a stand-in for, I guess, myself. And yeah, so I mean, I've been doing this PNG tuber thing technically for a long ass time, but you know, I've actually went out of my way to have my OC, you know, dolled up with a VTuber model and now currently a PNG model. And I guess now that we're being all welcoming and shit, I guess I fall under the PNG tuber category, and apparently PNG tubers are valid, as the 100 posts I see about it state. So yeah, I fall under the category, but I don't honestly feel like I belong, you know, in that category, because I don't really interact with the community at large. I have like a small circle of creators I've managed to come across, and I'm like super grateful to have met them and, you know, to be in, I guess, that circle. But, you know, the community at large, or like other creators, I don't feel like, you know, I feel like I don't have a stake. I guess would be the word. I don't have a stake in like anything, you know, happening in the community. Or like, I see like a lot of these posts, where VTubers and PNG tubers can like convene and all that shit. And I'm like, I don't really feel like, I don't feel like I have a right to, take part in any of this stuff. Like, and it's funny too, because it even like with the whole Twitch tag thing that's also happening with VTubers. I feel like I don't even deserve to use the tag. I know PNG tubers are technically allowed to use the tag, but I don't know. I feel like I don't even deserve to use the tag either. So, and I took a look at like the Twitch stats, and a good number of people, click onto my streams because of the VTuber tag, and I mean, that's cool, but it's whatever. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a thought that's like been on the back of my mind, and I'm still like having issues like completely, getting the words there. But yeah, it's just a thought that I've been having. So yeah, I feel like I don't belong in that space, and I don't know. That's that. So other things to talk about. I want to talk about little things that are tad less sad. I've been reading manga and watching anime and playing some. I haven't actually played a lot of games, so I guess there's not much to be discussed there. But I finished reading Berserk Volume 6. I have two of the deluxe editions, and damn, those books are like beefy. But I spent what day was it? I spent Sunday? Was it Sunday? No, Saturday. I feel like it was Saturday. I spent Saturday just reading through the second deluxe edition that I had, because I read volumes 1 to 3 like a good while ago, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the kind of like fiction I like. I like, it's something about dark, brooding, I'd even say edgy series, like in a medieval type setting, like dark fantasy type shit. Like, that's stuff that I like really like. I'm really starting to love, because like Vinland Saga is like another like anime that I really liked. I finished watching that like so long ago, but yeah, no, I'm just really enjoying Berserk, and I didn't buy the third deluxe edition. I have volume 7 on like Google Play books, so I was gonna start reading that at some point. And yeah, no, I'm just loving the shit out of Berserk. I know some of the stuff that happens in the series like way past where I'm at, because I watched the shitty CG one from like 2016, I think it was. I only watched the first season of that, and I mean, I was like I hated the animation so much, but the story was just so good that I couldn't stop watching it. And I'm reading the manga, and I'm like, holy shit, I love this. So hopefully I can probably wrap up with the series probably before the year is over. But yeah, right now it's like I'm really loving it. In terms of anime, I've been watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes Season 3, because that just dropped literally a few weeks ago. I'm fucking in love with it, man. Like, Ruenthal and Mittermeier are just like some of my favorite characters in that series. Granted, my favorite character in there is Oberstein. I really like Oberstein and Yongwen Lee. But like, I've only watched the first 3 episodes as of me recording this, and like those first 3 episodes were fucking amazing. Like, granted, the opening episode, I mean, it was cool seeing Julian, taking part in his first battle. So that was nice to see that. But like the episode of Ruenthal and Mittermeier's backstory, I just fucking loved that. Like that really solidified, especially Mittermeier, really made him like one of my favorite, like definitely like top 3 favorite characters in this series. So Yeah, I can only imagine it getting like better from here because there's still more episodes to watch. I watched a little bit of the original OVA of it, like from the '80s, and yeah, like I like that too. Like I really was enjoying it. I forgot where I even left off on that version. It was right after, and sorry for the spoiler alert, real quick. It was like right after Jessica died during that protest. Yeah, that's where I left off. So, but yeah, no, that's definitely peak fiction. And it's funny too because I talk with my brothers a lot about like how hard it is for me to find like an anime that I can really like get into because I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of like a lot of the isekai stuff that's been coming out and a lot of the shonen stuff that's been dropping. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some shonen series I like. Like, I'm a super big fan of Attack on Titan. I literally have I have four of the four omnibuses that came out sitting right in front of me, and I have the first volume of the best of in color. So I'm a super big Attack on Titan fan. So, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've read all the way through and completed Attack on Titan. I'm just collecting like the omnibus and whatever other print media comes out because again, it's just one of my favorite series. So I don't know. And yeah, other than that, I was reading a little bit of Battle Angel Alita. I forgot what chapter it was I read, but I'm digging that too because I really like cyberpunk stuff and just again gritty, like dark gritty settings. So yeah, I was reading that. That's really cool. And it's funny because every time I read Alita, it makes me think about a character that I wrote in a story that's literally just like Alita. And I'm like, you're telling me I wrote a character that's almost like Alita without even realizing that? And it's just, it makes me hate myself a little. So, and I also was reading Catch These Hands, which is a manga that just came out from Yen Press. I really dig it. It's pretty wholesome and all that good stuff. And I don't know. It's nice to have like I guess I'd say a light read, in between the dark gritty shit I've been reading and watching. So yeah, really, really good shit. So yeah, I suppose the last thing I will talk about for this episode, fighting games. I've started like fighting games and me have been like, geez, I've been playing them like kind of seriously for about like ever since 2015, like right in the right like in my senior year of high school. So yeah, it's like man, I've been playing Street Fighter 5 a little bit more just because I just felt like playing it again and I'd started having a little bit of fun, even though it's like playing online is kind of a toxic hell site. And I even started playing King of Fighters 15 because that game's really fun. I still haven't found my team yet. That's the only thing. I know I'm definitely playing Elizabeth. That's like the only character I know I'm definitely playing. But like right now the team I'm running is Elizabeth, Cronin, and Athena. So I played a few matches. Athena is probably my worst character so far out of the characters I've actually been playing. I'd say Elizabeth is probably my best character, and Cronin's like right there with being just as good. But King of Fighters isn't really a fighting game I've really played a lot of because I've only played 14 a bit, and King of Fighters 2000. And I was never really good with King of Fighters 14. I played against an old friend of mine like a long ass time ago, and I was not good. So same thing can be said about 15 because I did like some combo trials and whatnot. Hit the training room a little bit, and then kind of just hopped online and then just got my ass beat. So Yeah. And I even started like playing Dragon Ball Fighters a little bit because I've been seeing a lot of apparently, yeah, lab coat 21 is broken or whatever. I don't know. I try to keep up with like competitive fighting game stuff for all that shit, but at some point I just turn my brain off and just go like, oh, button does this, and yeah, like I'm like fighting games is kind of weird because like I'm aware of like the competitive aspects of them and all that, and like I try to play kind of seriously, but then when I start seeing stuff like frame data and all this other extra shit, I'm like, yeah, I kind of don't care, and I just go off. I consider myself like a person that plays by feel. Like, oh, that feels like it's gonna be plus or minus on block. Let me not press buttons after. Or, oh, I noticed that if I press this button after someone does that move, I'm gonna get smacked. So I guess I won't do that again. I don't know. I never know frame data, and I don't really care to know. I just get in there and either beat ass or get my ass beat. So I don't know. That's what that is. Yeah, I guess that's really it. Um, I'll probably edit out like all the filler and whatnot in this and post it to YouTube, and I don't know, see how people feel about whatever this is I just did. Assuming if anyone actually watches this. Yeah, that's pretty much that. This is Waver talking. I'm gonna peace out now. See y'all in the next thing I do. Yeah, peace. Actually, we'll redo that. We'll run it back. Anyway, yeah, this is Waver speaking. I will see you guys in the next one I do. Peace.